Now, the local elections in May will see many seats in the big metropolitan councils in England up for grabs, and the Conservatives may need to brace themselves for a difficult night. A YouGov poll predicts Labour could seize several Conservative councils in London, including one the Tories have never lost before. Emma Vardy is taking a look ahead.
Not since the swinging 60s has anyone done better in local elections than Labour could be about to. A recent YouGov poll is predicting Labour will sweep London with the best result for any party since 1968. One of the most enduring Tory strongholds is here. To this day, Westminster, with its largely affluent population of voters, has never had a Labour-run authority. But if the poll is to be believed, that could now change. This council has been Conservative-controlled ever since the borough was created in the 1960s. But if the swing was big enough to turn this council red, that would top off a very good night for Labour.
The Conservatives are at a position where they could potentially be left with just one, maybe two councils in all of London. I think that would be a bad night for the Conservatives, but it's possible. They are having to fight to hang on almost everywhere they still have representation in London.
But away from London, it could be a different story. Birmingham City Council has been controlled by Labour since 2012. They hold around 2/3 of the seats here. But there's anger over a bin dispute that lasted for months and left tons of rubbish on the streets uncollected. And resentment over budget cuts that are affecting local services.
It doesn't matter who's in, because there's nothing between them. That's the problem, because Birmingham is basically screwed by central government, who've reduced all of our grants.
There's been a lot of problems with the bin collection.
Yes, there have.
Oh yeah.
I think the council, or the Labour-run council, got the blame for that.
Yes.
I would say so, yes. I mean, the more it dragged on, certainly, yes.
This will be the first all-out election for Birmingham City Council since boundary changes. So there's 101 seats here, all up for grabs. It's a place Labour should do well, but could the party be punished over those bins?
Back in the summer, of course, we had the bin strike. It was not the city's greatest moment in time. When I became the leader of the council, I pledged that we would resolve that dispute, which we've now done. And we, the Labour Party here in Birmingham, we're committed to maintaining weekly bin collections going forward for the next 4 years, a commitment that I've yet to hear from either of the other two parties.
Here in Birmingham, the council tax has gone up over 20% in 7 years, but services have gone down and people have seen rubbish left on their streets and they feel it's time for a change.
There are plenty of other places who survive on fortnightly bin collections, with council budgets being constrained. Isn't that a sensible option?
In Birmingham, we're absolutely clear that weekly bin collections need to remain.
Meanwhile, the Liberal Democrats and the Greens remain much stronger in local government than they are in Parliament, and in May will be fighting to increase their local authority presence. While UKIP are likely to continue to struggle to reverse the party's decline. But if the story of the night is the biggest Labour success since the 60s, any high-profile defeats in Tory strongholds could start to make some Conservative MPs worry about their constituencies ahead of the next general election.